with a gang. That was then. Now one Arizona Latino wants to change the way we feel when we hear the word Pachuco. We'll explain in just a moment, but first, the stories you'll see tonight on the Hispanic Heritage Show. We'll head into the realistically positive world of Pachuko Boy with his creators. You'll be seeing a lot of this cartoon face soon.
The Hispanic Heritage Show is sponsored in most part by Nova Home Loans, Touchtone Energy Cooperatives, and Cox Communications.
Casting is about to begin for a new action film being shot right here in Arizona. But this film is not what we're used to seeing in the theaters. It's more what we're used to seeing in our neighborhoods. You probably haven't heard of Pachuko Man or even Pachuko Boy as yet, but in the near future, they'll be on the big screen as well as in the comic book stores, all thanks to a Casa Grande Latino with dreams of sharing the culture we already know with the rest of the world. He is a student by day and is superhero by night. Superhero in training, that is. The Adventures of Pachuko Boy series is the cartoon and comic creation of 26-year-old comedian Mike Montijo.
I love Superman movies, but I just wanted to create something that's totally different, totally something about our culture that people can relate to.
The series is actually based on the live-action movie called Pachuko Man, the true Mexican superhero, which is currently in production.
Some people are calling it the next Cheech and Chong of the 21st century. I've also had it to where we called the next American Graffiti with the Latino style.
He says the mission of the movie and cartoon is to break down the negative perceptions of Latinos in society.
That's the #1 goal. The #1 goal is to introduce everybody to our culture, to make sure that they can see what we're about. It's not going to be so much, hey, orale homes, we're not going to have so much the strong dialect and the strong accents.
What it will have is a strong message about familia. Mike, like the Pachuko Boy character, comes from a tight-knit family. Even his father is the inspiration behind one of the characters.
I'm a family person. I love my family to death. My grandparents, to my aunts, uncles, to my mom and dad, my sister. That's why when I made this movie and cartoon, that you're going to see how strong a family is.
In traditional Latino style, Michael's family participates in his ventures. Not only is Dad a living, breathing model for one of his cartoon characters, but many family members also contribute professionally.
I put my family to work. I make sure that they work at my shows. I know my uncle's over here looking. Yeah.
Take his Uncle Steve, who teaches psychology to college students. While you wouldn't quickly make the link to how a doctor could help Mike's cartoon, he sure does.
We're looking at changing a mindset. Changing the way that both Latinos look at themselves, but also non-Latinos.
He is there to make sure everything flows together, that the point that we're trying to get across is coming across fine, to where people can look at it and be like, oh, that's the point.
Steve says the characters reflect real-life issues for many young Latinos. Take Jose, for example.
He is insecure, he's not really sure about himself, basically like a lot of kids, going through life changes. And then at a time that he needs to, he will turn into Pachuko Boy. So he will have that transformation, and that Pachuko Boy is that confidence within him.
And the role model for young girls is there in Steve's favorite character of Carmen.
Her message is that she can be beautiful and smart.
What matters to the creators of everything Pachuko is keeping these characters honest, showing us in a better light than maybe the rest of the world sees us, sometimes even better than we see ourselves, and show the world the honor and tradition of our family relationships that supply such a strong support structure that we enjoy.
We're here to support him because this is almost, a dream come true. He's always had big dreams.
No, you take that.
Michael's family and friends do a lot together as a result of the Pachuko products. These unique bikes are actually designed from the Pachuko cartoon itself. They'll be marketed in the near future, but for now, they supply some fun competition. No! Of course, if a family member gets out of line, Mike already has a reality show planned to replace them.
All right, I'm going to race Mr. Lopez, but if he beats me, I'm gonna get a different dad out there, so we're gonna be taking auditions coming up. Go!
Mike always loved to help people forget their problems and have a good laugh. So he created these characters for children and for those of us who are kids at heart.
Everybody has their own inner Pachuko, which people are gonna be able to relate to. Once you watch it, once you see it, once you read about it, people are gonna be like, that's my inner childhood that always wanted to come out during certain times, but never did.
A cartoon that Mike hopes millions of kids will tune into to help discover their true selves, Latino style.